Hey guys, thought I'd let you have a look at my latest .22 rifle acquisition. And if you've seen my other videos, you'll probably recognize that this is a Norinco JW-15A. However, it is different than my other Norinco JW-15 because this is the compact or hiker version. As you can see, the barrel is quite short. This is a rifle that comes with a factory 13-inch barrel, as opposed to the 24-inch barrel which is on my full-length rifle. So let's have a bit of a look at it. And as I mentioned, this is basically the same rifle as my other JW-15 with the exception of the short barrel. As you can see, the barrel stops just a couple of inches ahead of the forend. And strangely enough, they have decided to use the very same sights on this rifle as they did on the full-length one. And that leads to a little bit of difficulty with the sight picture. Let's have a look at the other side. Here we have a look at the left-hand side of the carbine, or the compact version. And as I mentioned, it shares the very same sights with the rifle version. And this is a little bit of a problem because when you use that big of a foresight blade that close to the rear sight, it doesn't leave much room for light on either side of the sight. And as a result, you end up with a sight picture which is reminiscent of more like a handgun than a rifle. The sight radius is only about 8 inches or so. Maybe a little better than 8, but not much more. So it makes precision aiming a little difficult. And you might be asking, why have something this short? Well, because I can get one. No other reason. I just thought it was cool to have something that compact. And I know most of the people watching this will be from the USA. If you were in the United States, a rifle like this would be considered a short-barreled rifle, and it would be subject to the provisions of the National Firearms Act. However, here in Canada, because this is a factory-made rifle with the short barrel from the factory, it is in fact treated no differently than my other rifle with the 24-inch barrel. Legally, it is exactly the same. Because it's got an overall length of more than 26 inches, it is non-restricted in Canadian law. Alright, just trying to see if I can demonstrate the sight picture with this little compact Norinco 22. As you can tell, hopefully, the sight picture gets kind of coarse. Because of the fact that the front sight blade is the same size on the carbine as it is on the rifle, it just about completely fills up the rear sight notch. There's a pretty good demonstration of how little light is left on each side of the front sight post. Either the front sight post needs to be thinned quite a bit, or the rear sight notch needs to be opened up considerably. I think I prefer a smaller front sight. Would make it a little easier to get a precision aiming point on the target. Let's have a look at the JW-15A Standard and the Compact side by side. You can see the bottom rifle has a scope on it, and I've left the Compact or backpacker model with iron sights. But other than the barrel length, they are identical. Quite a pronounced difference in barrel length. Despite the difference in barrel length, the chronograph readings indicate that there is very little velocity loss in the shorter barrel. And I'm going to do another video showing the differences between ammunition fired in the 24-inch rifle and the 13-inch carbine or compact on the top. Surprising how close the velocities match.